All right. Top chat, super chat. Let's see, live chat. All right, guys. I'm playing with this new setup that I'm putting together. So basically, we have here. Actually, why this is so dime? All right. All right. So basically, this one is the Atorch BW600. That what I did was stack them. This is the main unit, the one in the bottom. Yep. So, and I stacked them together, and I have a 1200 watts setup here for testing. But the main important part is that can do 50 amps. Now, these units that you see here in the back, basically they do the same thing up all the way to 50 amps. But there is a problem with these units in my testing at 50 amps, because when it goes below 3.1 volts, 3 volts, the resistors in and the MOSFET that this one have, that basically is only 4 of this, doesn't have enough resistance to maintain 50 amps continuously, and then it start dropping when it go below 3 volts. And then my testing at 50 amps is not consistent. But I decide to put together, order the unit. Anybody can do it. Order this unit separately. So I bought the main unit separately, and how many I have here? 7 more modules plus the main unit are 8. So and I just put it together. How I put it together? I use in between in these connections here. Let me show. In these connections is where they transfer the current. So if you notice, I have brass. I wish I have copper, but it's brass bars to transfer between one unit and the other one, all the way around, all the way around. See, you can see it there. That's how I transfer. So, and I convert this unit in a 1200 watts unit. And this was just a test because it works now, and I know it works. I'm gonna stack probably another layer, one more, to test large batteries. So I just test. Let me show you what I did. In here, I modified the unit because in the bottom of the unit, I welded two 8 gauge cables to be able, because they're from factory. If you use this, look at what it came from with these thin cables. So we have voltage drop. This was a test that I did, and look at how we melted. So I decide to weld directly to the board in the bottom, the unit. So, and look at this. Now I'm gonna push. I did the test if the unit can do it. I'm gonna do it now. I'm pushing 50 volts per power supply at 25 amps. Well, it's capable to 30, but I'm pushing only 25 to test the unit. So let me show you here. Pushing right now at 10 amps, I'm pushing power. Now I'm gonna keep going. Well, the other side, let me change this to here. Oops. Look at how the power is gonna keep going up. 500, 560, 600, 700. I don't want to exceed 1200 because I don't want to burn the unit. 900. That's 1000 watts. And that's 11. It's a 1200 unit. I don't want to exceed too much because I don't want to burn my unit. Pushing right now 22 amps, and I can push all that, dissipate all that 1200 from that unit. Now, what I'm gonna do for the current, to test the current, let me shut it off. Now I'm gonna configure the voltage to voltage 2.8, voltage 2.8. All right, let's see, 2.8. 2.7, we see here 2.8. Good. Now I'm gonna play with the current to see how much, if we can push 50 amps. At 2.8, we push right now 21. It should go to 23. See, 22 is gonna go to 23. That's the MOSFET catching up. But we're gonna raise the, oops, not there. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30 amps. Let's keep going to 50. And I want to see the voltage consistency. Let's see. Now we have voltage drop. That's the voltage drop in the line. But what I want to see is the ohms. Look at that, 0.3. My unit was limited to 0.7. In the other unit, this one, because half double the MOSFET, we are able to push all the 50 amps. Look at this. What is the current? No, actually it's 47. Well, it's because it's 1 point something voltage. Let me raise the voltage. Because we have voltage drop to voltage 3 volts. Voltage 3 volts. Now we have 3 volts. Let's see where is the stopping point. Let me shut off this 1 second. 2.9, 2.6. Who is stopping my I messed up here. Let me correct the current. 26 here. 26. Oh, let me clear this. 26, no, 27. We put it. Enter 27, and this one 27. Okay, now I can do it. I know what's something wrong. One of the power supply was wrongly set up. Now I should be able to achieve 50 amps. Let's see. There we go. Now we got it. 50 amps. Look at that, not even 0. So I was able to go to 0.2. That's great. Now I have 0.5, so I have plenty now for the testing. Now my testing is going to be very accurate with this unit at 50 amps. 50 amps. And what I want to see, the other thing that I want to see is how hot is getting the unit. Let's gonna check it out now if we have any hot points, because the older unit I used to have, the problem was that was burning the diodes, was burning them. So this unit is even 50 amps and it's doing great. I'm pulling right now 50 amps with the modification I did. Let's see what is the stopping point now. Look at that, that's great. That's a great number. That's great. 70 only, 70 degrees only with that modification. Before I was going 90 degrees, and this one is going 70 at 50 amps. That's amazing. Not even the cable. The cable are handling this excellent. I'm happy with this unit now. 50 amps continuously. Look at this, guys. 50. I'm really happy now. So this means that you guys are gonna see a bunch of 50 amps testing continuously now, because it's now accurate. And actually, I'm gonna even modify the unit even more. I'm gonna put one more story so I can push another 600 plus the 1200. That's gonna be what, 1800 watts unit. And I can keep going, but I don't want to. I mean, it's to test the big packs. So this is gonna be awesome. I'm happy now. So that unit can be for anything below 50, I will say 40, and this unit can do everything. So what I did, welding that, and then I put these terminals to be able to transfer all that current. That's really cool. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting half of the current in one power supply, 27 amps, 27 in the other one. And if you notice, keep going, we are continuously 50 amps. Yep. Now I can stop it here. That's great. Now I'm gonna start testing with the batteries. That's really cool. It works. So I have time. I was going to do this for 50. And I have even better ideas. I'm gonna be connecting these two units together by bus bars. And I actually can connect this one even together. So I'm gonna have an available 150 amps for testing. And then I'm gonna put a data logger in between to catch the information in those high current levels. I'm not going 150. I'm going 100. That's what I want to test, 100. And now I have the way to do it. So that's gonna be really, really cool. Now, guys, let's talk about something very important. Let's talk about tablets. What do we want to talk? Well, guys, there's a bunch of videos, amazing information right now running in the social media. Encon and actually another store, they did the same, claiming the 50 PLs that they are only 100 cycles and 200 cycles, between 100 and 200 cycles. That's absolutely not true. PATDA already tests those cells, passing 1800 cycles. And for the people that doesn't know who is PATDA, PATDA is a very reputable tester from Czech Republic. Really good. If the people that know Endless Fear forums, one of the most reputable forums, they will know PATDA. So actually, PATDA and Moch, they know each other. I mean, and they're for years, and they post a lot. So PATDA have a very fancy equipment for testing, and he's able to test age, so from the cells. So he tested already the 50 PL over 1800 cycles. And the impressive part is that not only does 1800 cycles, he's testing the 50 PL at 3C. So this is 15 amps discharging rate, charging back at 2C, and it's taking only 15 minutes between charge and discharge. It's 15 minutes only. So he passed already 1800 cycles. And on top of that, he tested as well the RS50. He tested the Molicel P50B. And for your surprise, who do you think is the top line? RS50, over 2,000 cycles. And still keeping over 80% from the original capacity. For the people that want to see this, go in the that Patreon. I'm gonna put the link in my description here. Check out the test. I believe he posted free version in the Endless forum. I'm gonna put that one too. I believe Much put something similar. And but if you want to see the testing in Patreon, hey, support Padda. Padda is great, and check his Patreon, and you are gonna see your favorite cells in testing. I just sent him. I haven't talked about this cell yet. I may have one here. I'm gonna give you the premise for you guys. This cell. This is the 10 power 50XG. Great cell. So he's gonna be testing that cell. I sent that cell to March. He tested great numbers on that cell. I mean, it's in the same category of the 50PL RS50. So I'm gonna be showing testing from that cell, and I'm gonna have that cell is coming right now to the store. So whoever is interested, the people that already are in Much Patreon, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do another video just dedicated to that cell, showing testing, so live. I'm very happy that now this system is working, so I can show really nice testing, really good stuff. I have to say thank you for many people supporting the store, supporting my job, and really thank you, because without you guys, this will not be possible. I really appreciate that, people supporting the membership channel. Thank you for all those guys. Thanks to you guys, I'm able to buy more equipment, like I'm doing for more testing. It's for us. I mean, it's for us. And I'm really happy with this setup. If someone is interested in learn how to put this together, let me know. And I'm gonna make a full video in what modification and everything I have done here. Let me shut it off. I don't wanna mess up something here. Let me turn off first the power supplies. Release the MOSFETs power, so the MOSFET can relax. And now shut off this here. There we go. So basically the main modification was these cables that you see there in the board. I weld them straight to the board, because from factory, let me explain, they expect you to pull 50 amps from these connectors. But there is no way this is gonna burn up eventually. I mean, there is no way this connector can handle 50 amps. So I went straight to the board with very heavy duty cable. Look at what they send you. That's another thing that I have to mention. Cool Watts recently make a video showing the 50PLs testing and all that. And in the video, he's using the factory cables that you see there. Unfortunately, those cables cause too much voltage drop. They are not fat enough. So just FYI, my recommendation, put bigger cables, first of all, to don't have that voltage drop in the unit, because there's no way those cables can handle that. I mean, in my testing, I'm using 6-gauge cables for that unit. In here, I have 8. It can handle. I'm gonna have probably one touch of voltage drop. I was planning put 6-gauge, but it's not easy to weld. I mean, not because, I just went with 8-gauge, just testing. I'm gonna be doing much testing. If I have to add more, I can from the top. The plan was, and then put from the top more cables and then connect them, join it here. So in that way, I have more lines in case I have any drop. I don't think so. I'm gonna be, doing extensive testing to make sure I don't have drop. Um, what else? Happy with this unit. It's really good. It's gonna be even more precise than the other one because the other one have more cables inside that I don't like that. But anyway, anybody that wanna do the learn how to put it together, I'm gonna make a video and then teach you guys in the membership site. It's gonna be this for the members. The other thing, again, talking about the testing that Cool Watts did. It's a very extensive video. What he did, that's a great job that he did. Doing investigation. Unfortunately, there's a lot of information that I have to disagree. I mean, in some information that he give, like this life cycles on those cells, that's not true. It's not a short life cycles. You cannot take what Encom says, like they says between 100 and 200 cycles, and I send them an email. Okay, based on what are you saying that? What is the evidence that you have? They haven't provided anything. There's no base. I mean, here's the base. Here's what happened, in my opinion. And hey, this is my opinion. They are not able to get A grade cells. Actually, most of the people are. It's very difficult to get as a big company. Why? Here's why. The first thing that I'm gonna say is that officially, there is not a EV brand 50PL out officially for us to get. That doesn't exist. Okay, that doesn't exist. Those cells are destined for the big company at the moment. Okay, EV is not putting their name in the brand. Okay, those cells that you are looking that we call EV50PL, and it's because it's exactly a cell based on the official EV50PL. These cells are destined for drone companies. What this means? The drone companies are the one making the request to EV for the cells. So it's like I have a company and I go do a deal with EV. EV, I want you to produce me cells based on the 50PLs with those specifications for me, and you're gonna brand it. The QR code that you see in the EVs on top identify the drone company. Okay, the ones the most of the EVs, and this, hey, my opinion, I am just speculating, but I am speculating based on information that I get. Okay, I cannot reveal too much information, but based in the QR code identify the seller. Okay, the A grade cells are destined for the seller, the drone company that is getting those cells. What's happening is that any excess in production of those A grade cells destined for that company, excess in production, they can sell that. But the problem is that they cannot sell that with the QR code identifying that company. That's why they scratch that code before send that to you. Also, to me as a buyer, they cannot sell it identifying that. However, the big rate sales that the company reject for any reason, that's the one that you guys are getting. I mean, these Facebook and other places are full of Chinese sellers selling those big rate sales. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So I'm able to get A grade. That is not easy. That's why it's very difficult to get A grade sales. And that's why mine, let's see what we guy says, Gary. That's why mine are scratched because are coming from A grade. Let me read the comment, buddy. Let me change this from top fan. I have two of them here, Gary and Mangus. Thank you, buddy. The chat. I want to make sure I have top chat. Let me see that I can see everybody here. Super chat. Chat visible. I bought 16S 7P with 100 amp BMS and Samsung 48G, and now after 15 miles, it has 10 voltage sag, and that's starting change to 65. Um, Samsung 40G. I'm not sure what model is that. To be honest with you, I probably the first time I hear about 40G, or unless that you mean 58G or 50G. Those models. Honestly, I never hear about 48G personally. Um, but listen, if you have a pack like that is acting like that, dropping too much voltage, you may have few bad cells on the pack, or your cells has been degraded so bad, maybe because they are not made for that high current. To give you an example, even Surround was doing that. They was using EV 50 50 E cells. 50 E cells are made for 10 amps discharging rate. Even when EV claim all the way to 15, hey, those 15 is not continuously. That's temp cut, and on top of that, they sag a lot. That bolt, current, they sag a lot. I recommend not use more than 10 amps or even 8 amps per cell. However, if you have 10 in parallels, you have 100 amps healthy of current. So no, it's not gonna overheat. Maybe a little bit sag because still at 10 amps, sag a little bit. 8 amps is not gonna sag too much, and I mean, however, again, if you push more than that, like I seen people pushing 15 amps, pushing very hard, so the cell is gonna heat up, and yes, it's gonna keep going working until the cells start degrading. Period. That's what it is. Tablets should be honest, be used for everything, more cycle life. I agree completely, completely. Tablets is the future. Period. Period. Tablets is the future. Right now, let me correct the statement. Well, today, there is not a multi cell that can be even close. Even when the P60B right now it's almost out. I have offer already that cell. I'm gonna bring few samples for testing. However, and I say today, check the date today, because if you are looking this video after quarter 1 next year, so it means 2026, the story can change. Okay, um, Gary, I can send me an email, because what I do, I send them straight from my suppliers to you directly, and I can give you good pricing. And the good part is when I do that, you can receive sales very fast, 2 weeks or sometimes even less. Send me an email, and I can help you with that, sending sales over there to UK, and actually any part, almost any part of the world. Almost, there's few countries that are very picky, so I cannot do that. Again, what he was doing, what he was saying. Oh, Molicel is gonna have the new Molicel, how they call it? I believe it's P65 XG. Oh no, P65A. I guess that cell is made by 10 Power. Again, made by these guys. And to give you an idea, who is 10 Power? 10 Power is not a new company. 10 Power have over, I believe, like 10 years in the market, maybe more. It's not a new company. Maybe people are hearing about 10 Power now. Think about how good is 10 Power that Molicel select 10 Power to build their new tablets. Molicel is gonna have tablets, but guess what? Are not made by Molicel. It's made in conjunction between 10 power and Molicel, Dash 10 power is the one making it. I learned it because I was talking with the 10 power manager from sales manager. Ivan Bao is his name. And he told me, he showed me the roadmap. He gave me a lot of information that I passed that too much. Unfortunately, it's confidential. So I cannot share that. People in membership, I give few information. Anyway, I don't say that. But anyway, yes, they are making that for Molly cells, and the numbers are impressive. You are gonna see the video later. I'm gonna show that video, but people that are with in much Patreon, they already see the numbers. The numbers are impressive, especially in thermal. I'm talking probably 7 to 8 degrees, almost 10 degrees below the next competitor. That low thermal. And let me put it in this way, and I guess I can share this now. Let me share something that I haven't shared yet for the people that are still here. I'm gonna show you the IR in that cell. With that, I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm gonna do it live here now. Where is my IR tester? That's my tester. This is not the correct way to do it because it's very difficult to use in this way, but I want to show you these guys right now. I don't know the voltage because I already test this cell. Well, guys, you're gonna see it. Check the display and you see the numbers. What number you see? Let me put it in this way. This is the cell that have the lower IR I ever seen in a lithium ion. 2.3 milliohms. 2.3 milliohms. This cell. Yep, 2.3. Let me show you 50 PL. No, let me show you an RS50. That's RS50. Same test. Here live. Again, this is not the best way to do it, but it's what I got in my hand. So 2.9, which is not bad at all. We have the two cells. Let me grab a 50 PL. Where I got my 50 PLs? There it is. No, oh, that one. Where they are? I had one open. Where they are? Let me see where I got the full package. I guess it's this. No. Where I put it? Oh, here. Is this? Yeah. There we go. 50 PL. See the scratch? I guess they send it. Let me see. Let's check this. It's wait. Normally these cells are in 3 volts, 3.1, something like that. This one came in 2.8. 2.8. These ones, the one that I got. And you know, very consistent. Let me check another one. Let me grab another one. 2.8 in that one. Normally they're like 3, but this one are A grades. Come on. 3. Yeah, that's what normally is. What else? Let me check with another cell. I have another 10 power here. Let's see. Maybe where is my 10 powers? Let's try with the. I'm gonna be using here, but let me see where they are. I'm looking for a moly cell P50B. No, that's 45B. 42. Where is my 50B? Let me see. Maybe I have one here. No. I know I have here. Where they are, my body cells? JP40. Everybody know. Here it is. Moly cell P50B. Let's check it out. This is not tabless, not tabless. And by the way, probably is one of the lowest IR in a non-tabless cell. Look at that, 6 milliohms. It's not tabless. This is a great number for being on tabless, okay? But it cannot compete with tablets. What else? I have back 45Ds. That's that's A2. Let me see something here. Let's check the A2s. Let's check the A2s. That's the lower grade in the backs. Let's check it out. I guess this is high. It is like 4 milliohms. Still, this one is a fully charged cell. We cannot test fully charged because we're gonna have lower IR. Okay. We can expect a higher IR than 3.1 when it's in nominal voltage, where that's how we should test the cells. What else I have here? I'm looking for the XG, the 40XG. Where is? Okay, I own you that test. The 40XG basically is the 10 power 40XG. Is the one that I was looking for. I don't know where I have them. I have a box that I'm missing. Not sure where it is, but that one is really good cell. Anyway, that cell, the 50XG, is a great cell. It's a great cell. The data sheet, it says that is 90 amps 90 amps maximum. Okay, that's based on the data sheet. 50 PL still data sheet says 125. I call that marketing. Okay. In fact, I don't know if you guys know, any cell can do 90 amps. Any cell. Any cell can do 125 amps. You know that? Yeah, it can do it, but it's gonna destroy the cell. That's the difference. Destroy or not the cell. It's gonna melt or not melt the cell. That's the big difference. When a manufacturer claim the cell can do 125, like EV, it's because they have been testing that cell. They don't release that information for how often you can do that before the cell degrade. Okay, that's the important part. How often they can do. When they claim that, it's because they say it's safe. So with temp cut. Okay, what is temp cut? Many people hear, okay, temp. I hear me saying temp cut. Temp cut. It's you need to check what is the maximum temperature in a cell. Who says that? The manufacturer. They establish in the data sheet this cell cannot exceed, most of them. They say 80 degrees. Some of them they say 75. Some of them they say 70. And I seen cells all the way to 60, which is very uncommon. Normally it's 80, 75. That's what normally they says. And that's, hey, guys, that's a maximum. Don't do that. Don't do that. I never pass 70. I mean, in fact, in my packs, if I see a pack passing 50, 55, I am in trouble. I consider myself in trouble because it is, for me, that's not a safe fat, even when it can do it. Um, I'm reading something that Moch is saying. And he's right. Even EV 50PLs, even with the scratch codes, doesn't mean that they are necessarily A grades. You can have B grades as well with scratching codes. Okay, be aware of that. I mean, but again, back in what I was saying, you need to check the temperature in the what the data sheet says that is safe. And what, hey, one trick, whatever the data sheet says, go below that. Go below that. You don't want to push the cell in the maximum. I for testing, we even exceed what the data sheet says because we want to see what it's capable to do. Okay, but you don't want to do that in real life. You're going to destroy the cell. You're going to destroy the cell. We push one. I push here one of the cell way over that, and even Much did this. Do the same. Hey, we're testing. It's to give you an example. The EV 30PL. EV says that it doesn't, I mean, the maximum is 60 amps. Guess what? Much push it to 100. And guess what? The cell did really good. It's not sagging like other cells that are considered even higher. That cell, in my opinion, is underrated. However, many of the time, the manufacturer claim lower numbers, even when they can do more for longevity to make sure, I mean, the cell really can survive many life cycles. It's impressive. Check past the Patreon. He tested as well the 30PL. If there is a cell that I'm absolutely impressed with, is that cell. An 18650 pushing the power that that cell is capable to do, especially with the thermals. That's impressive. I mean, it's impressive. See a 21700, but again, seeing a 18650, that's even more impressive in my opinion. Well, March, now that you are looking the video, you remember that I told you these units, they are limited. Actually, I guess I shut off the power supply on this. I was having problem with the 50 amps. Well, I put together this one that basically is exactly what we have inside here, this unit. But in this time, instead to put one set of four, I stacked them. So now I have even more MOSFET and resistors. And now I'm able to push down. This one was limited to 0.7 ohms. This one, it's able to go all the way to 0.3. So I can do 50 amps now constantly, even below 2.5. So now I'm gonna be able to test the cells completely nice. Now I have to work with the unit, calibrating. Well, you know the stuff, calibrating everything, and I start testing run, compare result, compare with the flux, compare. I mean, fully calibrated, and then I can officially test 50. And finally, buddy, I was looking for this. Actually, I'm looking even for more. I'm aiming an equipment that I guess I show you to test to all the way to 100 amps at least. Man, but I'm super happy with this unit now. It's doing great job. What I did, I weld these fat cables under the unit. So because I don't want to use these connectors, I'm gonna blow those connectors. So and I put terminals, you know, to be able to connect everything. I tested already with the power supplies. So I'm pushing in every cable 25, 25, 26 from current. And then I test the unit and it's doing it really good, really good. Really happy with the results. So I'm gonna start testing everything again to build a nice database with that unit because it's doing great. Now that I know it's working, I'm gonna stack four more to have available like 1,800. Not that I need it, but if I wanna test a big pack, I can use the unit as well. So to push a little bit hard because 1,800 is nothing for those packs that we built. I mean, but at least it's something. And again, talking back about the tablets, there's a lot of misinformation. Again, don't hey Patrick, don't get me wrong with the comment that I did. I know probably you're gonna see looking this video. Yes, it's just that advice. I know that you don't have all the facts. I mean, I get a little bit more information because the only reason is because I buy a lot. So and believing they keep me happy. The suppliers and the factories that I talk a lot with them, and they send me samples to me in advance, sometimes even before anybody, because they're the same reason. I buy thousand of cells, and yeah, they hook me up because that reason, and that's how I'm able to send that to March now to Pazda. Pazda is gonna be receiving very soon the 50XE, and I have, like I mentioned to March, I have the 50 JP50. What else? JP50, the back 50D, and possibly the Molicel P60B as well coming. I know I have confirmed the first ones. The Molicel is the one that I know is in full production, and I don't know if I'm gonna able to get it. They're gonna answer to me soon or a little bit later, a few weeks later, but they are coming. So I'm gonna be sending that to March 2 for testing. That's pretty cool. I'm not very excited, to be honest with you, with the JP 50 and the back 50D, because based on the numbers, they are not very high. Well, much you know me, I like high output cells. These cells are gonna be great. Don't get me wrong, good capacity. But we have a 50PL that push 125, and it's 5 amps hour. We have now the 50XG from 10 power. It push very very hard and give you more. And we have the RS50. RS50 is an amazing cell. So JP50 amps. I mean, first of all, I believe it's rated for 40 amps. If not, was 50. They rated when we have 90 amps rated cells in the same capacity. So we have both capacity and current and a lot of cycle. Like RS50 right now, check with Pata. That cell broke the record right now in cycles. Over 2,000 cycles and more than 80% original capacity after two. Are you kidding me? That's a beast. That's a beast. And it doesn't surprise me that 10 Power is going to be in the same boat as Reliance. And I'm going to see this, I'm going to say this in first time probably in video. I don't know, you guys know 10 Power, the 10 Power CEO and the Reliance CEO are brother and sister, both CEOs, brother and sister. So, in fact, they use the same, and this is information given straight by them, the same marketing department. They use the same sales manager. Both companies share the same people. What is telling you? They use the same technology. I mean, they can share technology. I'm very sure. Who? So that's, yeah. It is what it is, and I sent the evidence to March, and I posted in Endless when one of my suppliers gave me the information, and I was what? And yeah, and they told me that CEO just walked out. He told me just walk out my office because my supplier he buy hundreds of thousands of cells. And when you have a big client like that, even the CEO went straight to talk to him, and he was who say, yeah, she's my sister. I mean, so 10 Power and Reliance are, you know, that's my opinion. I'm not saying that the company are sharing technology, but it's my sister. Will not be the more logic, or is my brother? Will not be the more logic. So guess what? They are great cells, both of them. I mean, and again, that's me speculating. But now that you guys have that information, will you don't think that maybe you don't think that is well? I leave that up to you guys, and I mean I'm just speculating. Okay, but again, they're great cells. I mean, and in my opinion, if you ask me, I mean I don't know. I will buy a 10 power tablet cell or a moly cell, even when it's made for 10 power from 10 power, because it's gonna be cheaper. And it seems well. Again, that's a speculation. We need to see the moly cell side once come out. Maybe I'm talking something wrong right now. I'm speculating. We have to see the cell first. Maybe I'm gonna eat my words and I say, you know what, I'm gonna use moly cell now. It is what it is. It's the excitement of all this. I mean, I'm an enthusiast. I mean, with all this, I'm a terrible salesman because I'm giving information for new sales coming, even when I have here other ones. Someone is gonna make, just stay quiet. No, I share the information. Is that true? If it's I have hey, I have here 1500 Samsung 50s 1500 right now. They're still in the box. I haven't sell it. Someone is gonna show up and get it. A big company, sooner or later, is gonna show up. And when someone asks me, and I say, "Don't buy it. That's a piece of junk." I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Depending what do you mean? I mean, I'm talking high power. If you are gonna use a cell for moderate power, 20 amps, something like that, it's a great cell, proven great cell. Don't get me wrong. When I says it's a piece of junk, I'm comparing with cell with high output, ton of cycles. And when someone asks me, I have the cell, but I don't recommend you that. I mean, that's a terrible salesman. But I'm honest. I mean, I say the truth. I mean, and saying for example, I have EVs 30p. Remember, I'm not saying 30pl. It's a different cell. 30p is a cell that EV claim 30 amps hour. Horrible cell at that power level. It heat up, it sag a lot, and I have the cell here on sale. It's very cheap. But if your plan is using even 25 amps, don't buy that cell. It's terrible, terrible. I mean, now if you're gonna use 20 amps, perfect. That's a great price. 20 amps, perfectly happy cell in 20 amps, but not in 30. In that one EV, I'm sorry, EV. Same with the EV 40p. 50S2 is freaking fantastic, moderate power, and lasts forever. So, yep. Again, moderate power on those Samsungs, they are great. I mean, if you are again in the Samsung in the data sheet, much correct me if I'm wrong. They claim 45 amps. I'm sorry. That's yes, can push 45 amps, sagging a lot, but I don't consider that rate a 45 amps continuous cell. I mean, it's most likely 25, 22. I mean, and it still warm up a lot. I mean, comparing with the tablets that you put in 30 amps and body barely warm ups. Those cells not even warm. I mean, at 30 amps. In fact, those tablets they release more capacity. Oh yeah. For power tools that is not continuously, just like you says, is it can do it. Yeah, the 50s, but not for continuously. Okay, and another thing, very important, very important. Don't worry too much about continuous current when you are building e-bikes. Guess what? You never use continuous current in an e-bike. Barely you use full power. I mean, from those cells when you are starting the acceleration, that 10 seconds, maybe less. I mean, remember that's a fluctuation. You never use that. I mean, don't worry about that. And something that is continuously is a power pump, like a water pump or something like that. If you're running something like that, a heater or something like that, that's continuous current. That barely change. That's continuous current. But other than that, and man, I really love what is coming. There is a bunch of competition, a bunch of sales coming, different brands. Uh, we just test a new cell from Saft that I sent even too much tested as well. That one is capacity. It's a four. It's a 18650. Actually, I have here. Let me show you that cell. I may have that cell here to show you that one. Where is my Saft? You know what? It's in the same box that I'm looking for that I cannot find right now. Maybe it's this box. Let me check. Maybe that one. Maybe. Nope. Anyway, Saft is a 18650 cell, 4,000 milliamps, and it really give you much. How much it give you? 3,900, or you get the full 4,000 at 2 amps? Yes, you hear right, 2 amps. If you run it at 4 amps, it give you like 3,800. If you run it at 5 amps, it drop just like, I guess 5 amps drop just like the 35V, EV35V. That for me, that's a beast. That cell is a beast, which is 10.2 maximum current. Remember, those cells are not for high current unless you connect a bunch of them in parallel. Yes, and those cells are for very high cycles, and high capacity, because EV claim, no claim, they call it 3500, and I tested to 36. I don't know much. I guess you tested probably similar or a little bit lower, but that cell can deliver a lot, even at 5 amps. I mean, I don't think that it delivered the 35 at 5 amps, but it's very close to that. The same with I believe with the VAP cell N41, SAF, True Energy Cell. Yep, max capacity but lower current. Correct. That shaft, I guess, is it's most likely less than 5 amps. I guess it's rated for 6. I can't remember what is the rated, because the data sheet, I guess, much got it, and I don't pay, honestly, I don't pay too much attention, because I keep in my mind all the high output cells. I mean, that one is just high capacity. That's a great cell for anything running electronics. Yeah, right. Yeah, 4 amps rated. Is the rated discharging. But you have 4,000 milliamps. Is great, but I don't know. I like better the EV35V, that it can is rated for 10.2, and it delivered a lot. I mean, that's me, and it costs really cheap for what one Vapcell N41 costs. You can buy like 3 EV35 V power bank toys. That's like exactly anything that is low, like an LED light, very very, I don't know, an LED light like that doesn't consume too much. That's a great sale for that. To give you an example, maybe equipment like this, that is a very low current, and but you want the most capacity. That's a great cell for that. So you're gonna have a lot of capacity. Again, every cell have their use. Listen, today, for example, to give you an idea how wrong are the people, there was somebody in the groups. I don't want to say name. I don't want to create controversy, but FYI, ban him from the group. Not for what he says. It was a combination of things, but he was saying that I shared the March report and they passed some of the path the information, and that these cells can go over 1300, 1800 cycles, and then he starts saying no, my cells. And when he say my cells, he's talking about EV vehicle cells, which lithium phosphate, some of them, or LFP cells from junkyards, that he says they are 4,000, cycles. And so your cells are junk and blah, 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 blah. Buddy, each cell have different uses, okay? Those cells that he's talking about, yes, it give you a ton of capacity. Yes, they have a lot of discharging rate. Buddy, but it's as big as a telephone book. You know, they are huge. What you are gonna do with the vaping? What you're gonna do with your I don't know, any device? I mean, those cells. I mean, it's not for, they're too big. They're heavy. I mean, so we cannot talk about this cell is better than that one because the discharging rate or this and this. There are different cells. They are huge. I'm not even comparing 2650 cells because they are bigger. So they don't compete. They can be more powerful. Some of them not, than 21700, or even even comparing, for example, a 30 PL that is 18650. Comparing that with a 21700 is not fair. Period. It's not fair. They are different category of cells. However, even when they are different category, much tell me you, it's insane. The freaking 30 PL, incredible cell. It have more power, more punch, better thermal than many 21700 cells. But anyway, back to the topic. It started in the group creating controversy, talking about a bunch of BS, and then it get to the point that he says that Mach is a salesman, selling sales, and Pat that as well, and they are pushing their agenda. But that's a lack of respect. First of all, I mean, if you don't know, don't talk. Mach doesn't sell sales. Pat that doesn't sell sales. I mean, I sell sales. You can tell me that to me, and I have to, you know what? I have to accept whatever you says because that's the truth. People that know me, I don't put my sales on top of the true or your what is convenience for you. Many times people came to me, hey, I want to build this and this for car audio or blah blah blah, and I says, you know what, my cells are not the best choice for you. Your choice, your best choice is lithium phosphate in your case. Okay, sell me that, and I don't sell that. Unfortunately, I can point you, someone can sell that to you, but I don't sell that. And I mean, yeah, I destroy. I can stay quiet and say, hey, yeah, buy my cells. But hey, we have a God looking at us. And I give you my best advice. And hey, going in the right way, sans God, He has been blessing me going with the truth. And I'm going to keep going like that. I am not going to be rich, never. It's just I can't. You know, I help too many people. And I don't have to say that, I mean, either. But I mean, I'm doing this for the love that I have, for enthusiasm. And, you know, that's the truth. That's the truth. But and again, it really pissed me off when he make those comments, and I correct him. But on top of that, he was following me many posts that I was doing, and start talking negative things, wrong things, and many things. And you know, we don't need a person in the group that is creating controversy. I'm sorry, I took the decision to ban him. I did it. You know, not because I don't like his comment. Many times he have different opinion, and I respect that. We don't have to share opinions. We can disagree, even much on me sometimes. I mean, we have different point of view. That doesn't change anything. We can disagree friendly and be friends. I mean, that's you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't have to. It's my opinion, and I respect your opinion. If you believe that I'm wrong, I completely respect that. But talking baseless in reputation, and that was he. They were responding to my comments. I need to talk to you about that. When exactly. So what he was going. Sorry, sidetracked what he was talking about. I was talking about. I mean, we can disagree and be friends and all that. You know, that's no problem. Um, it's maturity. You know, people sometimes are immature and they don't take the things. I mean, you know, we're more mature than that, I guess. And I mean, we're even the you know, I don't want to go in politics, but the same story. We can disagree and be friends. I mean, and stuff like that. I mean, it's about that. But when you what I was going, when you talk without fundaments, and especially talking about the reputation of someone, I mean, how he can go and talk bad about Pat Deck, about much people that invest thousands of dollars in equipment to share information. I mean, for your benefit, guys. I mean, he's not selling cells. I mean, maybe you don't know that, and now you know that he's not selling cells. But the fact that you don't know what you cannot talk and and say wrong things without know. I mean, the information. So that really pissed me off. That really pissed me off. I mean, in that again, he says that yes, I tell him I am a salesman. I am a salesman. You can say that for me, and I take it, and I take it, and he don't know me, how honest I am. Many people know, and I don't. I'm not gonna say it. I mean, you guys judge me, and well, he can. I can take it if he say it from me. No, not from Pat. That not from much. I mean, I am the first one open my mouth. You know. Anyway, that was a combination of things that happened in the group today, and unfortunately, it is what it is. I hate do that, but it is what it is. Sometimes we need to take it. Um, man, many things coming. That's cool. Many cells and many testing coming. I know I have been out of the YouTube for a few weeks. I've been very busy finishing packs, work. I have a new garage now for storage. I rent another place and I have now three storage because I have more inventory every time. And, I was looking for that. I'm going to show that later. And many cells coming. That's really cool. And now with this equipment, more testing coming. I'm gonna even upgrade this more for be able to do more testing. And I wanna put together something for longevity testing. That's down the road. Buddy, let me check the comments. I have only top fans. I don't know if someone is making comments. I should put the iPad to answer questions and stuff like that. Um, Anyway, guys, I post today in the membership post saying that if you are a member, and I'm gonna repeat that, if you are a member in my YouTube here, and you have a project where you need a design, like for example, you are making a triangle, you need a triangle, and you wanna put together the cells and all that, how many cells you can accommodate and all that, shoot me. I mean, you can send me, for example, if you are in the US, send me the. Let me give you an example. Send me the cardboard with your space, like this. I have one here that a client sent me. Let me show you this. See this? A cardboard where he put the numbers and put the exact the hole that he have in the bike. Do something similar. Send me that to me, and based on that, I can make you a design. And because you're a member, that's gonna be free. I'm gonna make you the design. I can give you the 3D. You can print it by yourself and use that as a holder. I mean, or if you are in the US, I can even print that for you and hook you up. If you want me to build the pack, I can do it as well. I mean, but this I'm excited when the people take it by their own. And again, you are a member, I got you. And as I mentioned in another video, if you are a member from the supporter or tier, and you need boss bars, send me the art. Learn how to do the art in the battery designer software. Send me the art. Send me the material or the money for the material. I cut it for you, and I send that. You pay the shipping, just the shipping, and I cut that for free because you are a member. I'm gonna do that every 6 months for you. Every 6 months. What a width spot welder will you recommend to weld factory bores like Milwaukee M18 cells? All right, depending. I mean, for Milwaukee, I recommend zero point 0.2 copper. Okay, 0.2 copper for those cells. 0.2, you can do it depending if, hey, listen. Even the even the UF20, it does that struggling, very struggling, and you need flux. But the P50, the P20B, it does it without too much struggle. What's happened is, let me explain you exactly, Tony. P60 is what I recommend at that point for that thickness. But even with that, listen to what I'm gonna say. All A width from P20B, P30C, P60F, P90C, P120 can do the job. What is the difference? How I was going to make a video explaining all this, but now that you are asking, I'm gonna explain you. If you do it with the lower tier, for example, the P20B, that welder, you should high settings, so high power, and then you need to give a break to the welder to recharge capacitor and weld, and weld. And after maybe 9 welds, I'm talking the lower tier, you're gonna see the temperature going up, and then you have to give a rest to the welder, a break to cool down a little bit, and then you keep going. Now, the higher the tier the welder is, now you do the same thing with the P30C. Guess what? Now you can keep going working, maybe not like 9 welds like the other one, or 6 welds like the other one. Probably the P30C is gonna allow you to do it 20 times before take a break. Now you follow me? If you have a P60F, probably you can keep going continuously, no problem, because that beast have double the capacitor of the P30C. Now, if you have again a P90C or P120 0.2, this piece of cake, you can weld all day continuously, no problem. And again, this came in how fast you want to weld. Now, listen this. If you are a person that you're going to build a pack once a month, get the P30C or get the P20B. I mean, I really recommend the for 0.2 at least go, I mean, a higher tier, P30C at least, just for, don't force the machine. I mean, and for 0.2. Now, if you are 0.15 or nickel, phew, buddy, get even the UK the UKF10. The new one is great welder. That will depend on that. If you are a builder and you are building packs every day for fixing, Buddy, get the good tools. Get the P90C. Get the P120. That's a tool. That's a beast for every day, every day, every day, every day. I mean, that's it is what it is. I mean, that's get the best tool you can. I mean, if you are making money and you are making that every day, listen, every day. If it's once a week or stuff like that, get the P60F. I have both. I have both welders. I'm gonna explain why. That's my P60. That's my P120. Why I have two welders? I'm gonna explain. The P120, don't get the P120s. You're gonna be welding nickel. It's too much power. And when I say too much power, in gear 002, listen, that's not even 2%. 2% of those welders, they are in gears up to 999. What is 2% of 999? 2%. What is that? 20. 20% of the gear is 2%. Now think about it, 002. That's not even 1%. In that gear 002, you can make holes in nickel 0.1. In fact, I'm not sure if that welder can safely weld zero point 0.1 nickel alone. Even in, I guess it does it in gear 001, I guess, but I'm not sure. But if that's your case, you're gonna be welding very, very often. Don't get the 120. It's too much power. Even in that gear, it's too much power. You know, if that's the case, get that. I mean, get the even the if it's that's light nickel what you're gonna be welding, buddy. Get the small one. Get the uh UKF 20 to 10. That is in 900 $100. 999. I mean, $99. Get that one. And again, it depends what you're gonna be doing. Depend if you know you're gonna be doing copper a lot, especially in 0.2. Hey, I'm talking 0.2 up. The P120 or even the P60F, the one that you just mentioned, Tony. That welder I tested welding 0.4 copper. 0.4 I tested that welder. I pushed it to 900 gear. I still have 100 more gears, of course, using flux, but it welded. It welded. I mean, again, it doesn't did it as probably as well like a 120 is gonna do it, because the 120 is a welder that in paper they says that it can do even not copper. Listen, it can do 1 millimeter material. I know it will do it when you clamp one to each other with the pen, the 240 pen. I tested personally welding two 0.6 together, and it does it. When you are getting more stock, you're current out of stock tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have all of them arriving tomorrow, so Saturday. Um, I haven't put it in pre-sale because I don't want to create confusion. They are arriving tomorrow. I have the confirmation already from UPS. They sent me the confirmation. They are coming tomorrow. I have P120, I have 90C, I have 30 P30, I'm in stock. I have one more P60, one more. But tomorrow I have the UK's F10. I have those ones. But tomorrow I'm receiving all of them. All of them. They're gonna and I bought a lot. I bought a lot. I'm gonna be receiving well, I say a lot. I'm gonna be receiving 8 units of 120Ds, 15 units from another. I mean, I bought a lot. I bought almost $20,000 in welders. I'm receiving a lot of inventory tomorrow. Everything is only welders, and then I have behind those ones. I have more coming. More P30Cs. I have more coming, and I have coming the 240s, 240 cables. I have that coming because the welders are coming tomorrow. They came with the standard cables because the factory was not having, by the time that I bought it like a month ago, they was not having the 240s ready, so I bought it without the. Hey Nelvik, I'm looking for a good multimeter right now. Can I afford a flux? I can afford a flux, but okay, I have the perfect for you. The perfect. How much money we are talking? Buddy, in AliExpress, let me show you this welder. I mean, this multimeter that I love it. Hey, I like it even more than the flux. It's cost like $100. Let me see where I put it. Let me see where I put that multimeter. I guess this is the box. Let me see if it's this one. I don't think it's this one. I guess it's the big box. No, it's not this. And when I say I like it more than the flux, I mean it. No, that's a flux. Man, I have a bunch of multimeters. Let me see where I put it. I'm not gonna have this mess soon because I guess it's here. Maybe this one. No, it's not this box. Oh my god, I have to find the where I put it. Maybe in this box. Let me check. No, that's not the box. Buddy, I have to find it. Okay, okay. Oh, I know how I can get it. Yep, exactly. Exactly. It's what just much says. Even the one that I'm talking about, I really like it because it's very precise, very smart, and have 4 spaces after the dot. So let me find it here because I bought it in. Give me 1 second, and I give you the name of that multi and the model. There is. This is the multimeter. I really recommend you. It costs $90. I pay more than that when I bought it. But this is the it's an Anek. I don't know if much you know this one is very, very good. That's very, very good multimeter. It does a lot of things. You can do a lot of testing. And is let me see how many see the RMS count 9999 is the RMS count and came with a bunch of things. I really, really like it and recommend you this multimeter. I mean, check the specs. It's really good. Honestly, I really like using this a lot. Really good. Look at everything that does. Let me see if it say it in here much. The basic currency. Let's see. DC current. Let me see. Temperature diode, retention. Where is the accuracy? Effective value. Let me see if I can search that. Let me. You know what I do? These cases. Look at what I'm gonna do. Copy everything, right? Copy. That's easier for me. ChatGPT, and you will ask ChatGPT, what is the accuracy? Just that, right? And then it doesn't know what I'm asking for, but now I paste all the information. Boom. Check it out. Let's see. Samplings. Accuracy typical. That's the accuracy much. So yeah, I like it. And I tested against the Fluke, and it gave me the same numbers. March, it give me I don't see, but I trust you. I tested against the Fluke, and it gave me the same numbers. Really good. I mean, when I seen that was the same, and actually this one goes to 4 spaces. More RMS than even the Fluke. I really like it. And then I tested against the Fluke 87V, 5. Same accuracy. I really like it. When I seen that, I was, damn, this is a really good multimeter, and very precise. And it have more function than even the Fluke. For that price, I have oscilloscope and all that. Man, for $90, get it now. I really recommend it. The only reason why I use flukes in my testing when you see my videos is because the people know fluke, okay? And then if I do a test with that multimeter, someone can say, well, this is a known brand or it's not, I mean, whatever. So having equipment that really is good, is important, for accuracy. And but I'm telling you, I tested with the flukes, and it give me the same numbers. I mean, in different scenarios, different voltage level. When I test again low voltage, medium voltage, high voltage, different scenario to test the accuracy, because some equipment, they are good in low, but they are bad in high voltage, or vice versa. They are good in high voltage. So some of them, they are bad in low, or you have a good equipment that is good in all of them. Like Fluke, Fluke is very good in that. You pay what you get. I mean, those Flukes that I have, the 87B. How much I paid? Like $600 for that meters. When this one $90 does the same and more, get that one. I mean, if you are not a tester and you are not an electrician that you have to certify something, don't get a Flux. You don't need that. I mean, get something like that. I mean, that's my recommendation. So, and and I have multiples because I like compare one to the other one. For testing, you have to ask much. How many multimeter you have? Probably you have more than me, and better, of course. Again, I starting getting my equipment, and even when you see I have a lot, but I mean, believe me, the good equipment, it costs a lot. I'm looking for the low tester that is 87V, does 19 count in her release mode meter, find the most. Yeah, that's a beast. That's why I get that one. Yeah, that Flux is really good. I heard other ones. I mean, for 2 desktop units and 4 portables. You see, mines are portables pretty much. I want to get a really good desktop unit. See, that's the kind of things that I still need. The desktop units. I want to get the low tester desktop unit. Actually, is what is called. I guess it's 2U unit or 4U units, a big one. I mean, my what is holding me much is what you mentioned, the software. I don't see a good software with that unit, so I may have to buy a software or check what protocol is and then do scripting to get the data, or get a data logger, which I have to show you. I get, well, I show you later. I get 2 new ones, one rated for 100 and one rated for 200. The 100 is more accurate than the other one. So for, collect data. So I'm gonna check that later. It's just my time. My time is killing me. Remember, guys, I'm only one. I attend social media. I attend the store. I mean, I have my regular job. Many people know. And I barely sleep. And on top of that, I like to do testing. It's just none of them have a good software. It's a joke. 25,000 tester with the yonky interface. That sucks. That sucks. Not only that much, $20,000 equipment with a bad software. They are serial, not even USB. Some of them. I mean, the one that I'm looking is USB. 600. Yeah, Bremen. I have to check that one. But anyway, what I was saying, that equipment is super expensive, and they don't have. Forget about USB C. The USB that I'm talking is the USB 2.0. But most of them, what they have is serial. I mean, why there's still that old technology? It's just, I guess, it's a proven from years ago, and that's why. I mean, but that's what we are dealing with, and they are very. I don't want to see what Pat that have a very high end stuff. I mean, very expensive, but it's because I know he have access to those their own software. Yeah, that's what I thought, that we need to see what protocol they are writing, and then we need to do our own software pretty much, which I'm not. Hey, I'm not a programmer. I know a little bit. I do my things. I do programs, but guess what? With ChatGPT help, because I'm not a full programmer. That's not my expertise. I can do again programs and stuff like that using ChatGPT with help, because I have the base and know how to do it. I do a few things, but again, ChatGPT helps a lot to make softwares and stuff like that. So I was planning on do my own software in the beginning. Now I changed my mind because I have a good friend now that is a beast on that, Joseph Everest. I don't know if he's looking right now, but he's a beast. He's the one that makes the battery for designer software, and he is helping me in some of them. But anyway, that's another story. Um, yeah, man, but that's, I'm really excited with everything that is happening. And again, guys, thank you for supporting the store. Without you guys, I mean, again, I'm reimbursing everything for you guys. Getting more stuff, getting more equipment. Talking about that, that's my Flux. This one, okay, this one is a really good um, multimeter. This one is cheaper. This costs like 200, what, $250. Really good. I recommend you this. It's not as precise, maybe like the 85 V that I have and much have. It's really good, but honestly, if you are not an electrician, you are not, don't get this one and get the one that I told you. You're gonna like it more. I mean, and I have this one because I have a big display, and when I want to check voltage and stuff like that, that's excellent. When I want some more precision, I use my other Flux, the 85. Let me show you. That's the one that I'm telling you costs like $600. This other Flux, that's a beast. If you can afford that, get this one. But it's expensive. If you can get a used one, you can get it used. But look at how funny. This display is smaller than this one. And as you know, guys, I don't have the best eyes because I have a disease. Many people know that already. I mentioned that many times. I have a disease that I don't, I need a lot of light to see, and I rather see big displays. So yeah, that's why, I get that Fluke, because I have a big display. I like it. So, and anyway, you want to have more than one multimeter to confirm uh, by when you want meter to, yeah, literally 50 years. And yeah, that's the thing. You get a good tool from the beginning, and you have a tool that you buy only once. Same with the hand tools, guys. Same with the hand tools. I get Milwaukee everywhere. My Milwaukee. Even, buddy, even my cutters is Milwaukee. In soldering irons, I get only Weller, uh, hand tools, Milwaukee. You buy once. Yes, you pay a lot of money. You pay a lot of money, but you buy only once. And then I don't strip cables. Let me see what Tony says. Even if you need two different items, but I would like something like can do IR. Oh, internal resistance. Get an internal resistance dedicated tester. Something like this. This is a beast. It's not a bench one like the one that Much have. I want to buy that one, the one that is a benchmark. Um, this is a dedicated. You can check cables with this. Not only batteries. You can check IR from cables with this unit. Actually, I have that unit in the store right now. I have that unit in the store. I need to do a correction because I thought they sent me the wrong. When I bought it, I paid for the combo. The one that came with the double cables and stuff like. I need to correct the price because I have that in the store for 69, I believe 64, and it's not coming with the other set of cables. So I'm gonna cut the price. If you are interested, let me know and I correct that for you. I guess I put it out of the market. Okay, this one is Fancy HRM10. That's a dedicated internal resistance tester. And this one, what I like, there's a few even cheaper. I mean, but this one have memory. See? Storage for historic. You can calibrate this. That many of them doesn't have anything of this. This is a very smart tester, buddy. Really recommend you this one. Actually, you can reset to factory. Yep. I don't mind to do it. Really good. I really recommend you this. That's the one that I use all the time to check my batteries. And then I plug the clamp. You can change and I have the one that I have here. I have the clamps. I have the brand new clamps here that is included with that. And that's the one that like a base to put the battery. You can put 18650. You can put 21700s to testing. You don't have to use the cables that you saw there. They include those cables, but as well include the clamp, the one that I have here. So, and with the clamp, it's easier to test the batteries, to be honest. So, and there is quite a few. I mean, there's a bunch of IR dedicated, but if you want an IR dedicated, get that one. That's very good. Very good. Fluke have the IR dedicated as well, but be ready to pay a lot of money. Even me, I don't have a Fluke IR dedicated. I want to buy a desk IR meter. They're pricey. They cost like $600. Eventually, I want to get one because I want to do very, very precise readings. So I want a desk one. But again, if you want something affordable, that one is the best, to be honest. And it's nice. The display is colored. The other ones are the one that the Chinese use. Cheaper than that. They cost like 30 something dollars. They work, to be honest, but not. They don't have historic. They don't have a bunch of testing that this one does. I mean, and for a little bit more, you get that one. It's really good. Really good. Really recommend you that one for IR. And even that is give you voltage. It's not only IR. It works as a voltmeter. You can check voltage with that one too, and it's pretty precise. I check it out against the Flux, and it's very precise. It's really good too. It doesn't go like the same RMS like this one, but it's really good. It's really good. Let me check the comment, buddy. I'm extending too much this live. I don't wanna, make a huge live like many people do. Sometimes they say I don't have time to watch it, or become Patrick. Patrick, hello. I know you make very long videos. People watch you. So anyway, yeah, that was just to give you an update. It's very cold in Florida. I mean, we are in the 40 degrees now. So I'm wearing this. So to show some people haven't seen this, I'm working as well. Look at how cool is this. I print this in the 3D printer, this box, and I'm gonna be doing 72 volts pack. This is two packs. It's gonna be. They go in here, and I have enough space for BMSs, for many stuff. So all in the 3D printer. Later, I'm gonna share that. All right. All right, guys. I don't want to make this longer. Again, thank you for support the store. If you like my content, subscribe to the channel, and invite you for the members in my channel as well. I hooked you up for many things. 5%. All my members, they get 5% on the store automatically. Uh, get the members, if you are gonna buy, let me know in advance so to apply the 5%. And many things I hook you up and give you information ahead of many things. I mean, I know I not being as active I should, because I'm finishing few things, especially with the new storage that I get. I have a lot of things to do, but I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Again, thank you for supporting the store. Subscribe to the channel, and again, God bless. Take care. Thank you much for being here.